What are you doing? Press this button, press that button. Now it's $10. Why don't you understand? Like, oh my, why are you so dumb? Why are you not getting it? Guaranteed, if your boss talks to you like that, you're gonna get pissed off.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, my name is Mari, and in today's video we're going to be talking about how I taught my 5-year-old how to read. But before we get into all that, be sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I'm only reminding you because I know you forgot last time, and it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead and hit that button. It's free. Go ahead and hit that like button. I'll wait. Okay, now let's get into this tea. Hey guys, so we're gonna read your book, okay? What is it called? What's the front of the book? What's it called?
A hat.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and read.
A hat. Pam taps.
Good job.
Sam sat.
Good job.
Sat Sam.
Wow, that was so good. Good job.
Yeah, that was good on the last time.
Yeah, it was much. So the first thing that I did to teach my daughter how to read was set a schedule, and then we created a specific learning area. So for example, we'll sit inside the kitchen every single day. Usually in the morning, right after we wake up, we have breakfast, and then we'll get right into it. So we'll sit down, we'll sing our ABC song, we'll practice how letters sound, and just make it a routine. From what I found, if you work in the same spot every single day, they tend to pick it up a little bit better what you're teaching them, you know what I mean? Basically, what really helped with her was really just setting up her work area in the house. Like, clearly all of this is new for all of us. We never had to really go through teaching our kids how to read. We send them to school and expect for the teachers to do all the work, and we don't have to do anything, but that's not the case. Especially right now, we got to do all the homeschooling by ourselves. They're about to start distance learning for who knows how long, and pretty much now it all falls on us to be the teachers, and the mom or dad or whoever it is that's teaching them, grandma, auntie, uncle, whoever. You need to set up a specific area that is only for work. Don't bring any iPads, don't bring any tablets, phones, anything that can distract them. Take it out the room, put it somewhere else, so that way they know once they go in here, once they sit at this table, it's only time for school and reading, period. Something else that was really helpful was getting sight words. So what I did was I ordered these off of Amazon, just sight words. I'm pretty sure you can get them at Target. Maybe I got them at Target, I don't know. So what we would do is like 5 per week. So I would get 5 different cards, and I would teach them to her and put them up on her wall, so that way after I got done teaching her, I put it on the wall, so that way every single time she walk out of her room or walk into them, she'd be able to see it and she can tell me what that word is. The next tip that I would have would be to find a program that they actually enjoy doing. So if they like being on a tablet, I'm sure there's like ABC Mouse or Homer app, but my daughter, she didn't really like that. She wasn't really into it. Every time I would try to like tell her like, oh, go do your app, go read on the app, she would just look at me like, no, I don't want to do that. So I started getting really discouraged because I didn't really know how to teach her. But one of my cousins told me about this program that's called 4 Weeks to Read. It's by Learning Dynamics. This package was a lifesaver, and I'm gonna tell you why. Everything fun. There are tons of books in here, but we don't start off with reading the books like at all. Like the first, I don't know, maybe 10 lessons are strictly letters, and not just like knowing that this is the letter A. No, you need to know how the letter A sounds. So A is for or A, or however you say A. They make sure that you understand it. But not only that, they make it fun to where it's not just typical, oh, tell me how A sounds. It's nothing like that at all. Like, I'm gonna just show you real quick because they got a lot of good stuff in here. But they get a workbook, a student workbook that, let me just show you. You start off with one letter, you go through, you have them practice writing it, and then have them color pictures, all that good stuff. And then you also get your own teaching manual, which is so fun because you get to play teacher, and it's so cool. It has everything you need right in here. And then next, you have a bunch of stuff to make it fun. So they give you a ton of cards, flashcards with different letters on them, so that way you can practice the sounds. And then once they learn that letter or they accomplish the letter, they get this little reward. So each picture or each letter has its own character on it. And then after your student or your child, niece, nephew, once they master that sound, you get to give them this as a prize. And my daughter gets so excited, like, oh my gosh, do I get a new one today? And it literally lights up her day. Like, she loves it completely. So these are fun. Definitely recommend the 4 Weeks to Read. It was really just like completely amazing. It's an amazing program. And you know, I'm really not discouraged anymore because I realize that not every kid learns the same, you know? Like some kids, you can sit them in front of a book and tell them like, this says blah, 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 and they got it just like that. Other kids, you have to really slow down and do something different, do something fun to get them engaged, to make them actually want to learn and actually have them retain everything that you're teaching to them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Program was $69.99, so it was definitely an investment. But since we're about to be at home, you're about to be their teacher primarily, I definitely recommend you investing in it. And I know $69.99 can be pretty expensive, so I'll leave a link in the description that will give you 10% off. Mind you, this is not sponsored at all, but they did give me a referral code, so I'm gonna put y'all on the same way I was put on to get y'all 10% off. At least that takes care of the taxes or whatever to get it to your home. And get your daughter or son learning, period. Because we need smart kids all 2020. And so next, another tip that I have for you is to make it fun. I have no idea like how much I can stress that to you. It needs to be fun. If you're reading them a story, act like you're the character. If it's the elephant telling that story, tell the story and be the elephant. Like, really just make it fun so that way they know like reading is not boring. It's really something that I'm gonna need in the future. They're only 3, 4, 5, 6 years old learning how to read, and it needs to be interesting to them. It's new, it's different, it can be scary, they get overwhelmed just like how we do. But your job as their parent or their aunt or their guardian is to get them to understand, like, listen, I got you. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna learn. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be amazing. All that good stuff. But other ways you can do it is like play a game. Like after we get done with our reading, or if we learn the letter A today, I'm like, okay, go around the house, go around the kitchen and tell me something that starts with the letter A. And it's pretty simple. Like, oh, A, apple. What else can start with A? I don't know. Asparagus, or you know, or something like that. But just make sure that they're having a good time and also learning. And if they don't understand it the first time, that's cool. Keep it moving. Y'all got this. Take your time, and maybe you need to slow down or maybe try another approach, or just keep working on the same thing. It's gonna take some time, but I bet you they're gonna get it. So another tip would be to keep them encouraged. Make them feel like they are just doing amazing, even if they just struggled on a letter or a word or a sound. Make them feel like they still were a rock star, because they are. They're learning. It's gonna be hard. This is not gonna be easy. It's not easy for them, nor is it easy for you, because like I said before, we are not teachers. Some of us are, but a lot of us, most of us, we're not teachers. We've never had to do this before. We always relied on the school to teach our kids, but now it's back on us. And it makes it more fun for you, because now you're brushing up on some words that maybe you forgot how to spell, or maybe you forgot how to say, and you guys are learning together. But keep them encouraged. So after they read a word, or after they said a sound correctly or blended the sounds together correctly, yes, oh my gosh, you did so great, I'm so proud of you. Oh my gosh, like I've never heard nobody read like that before. That is the best little apple I've ever heard in my life. Yes, you go you. And I'm telling you, you will thank me later. Like, really just keep their spirits up, keep them smiling. It'll all pay off, trust me. Okay, so boom, my next tip is going to be for you, and I cannot stress this enough. I will say it once, twice, 3 times, 10 times for the people in the back. You need to be patient, okay? This is gonna be hard. This is something new. This is something scary. It's something you've never done before, something they've never done before. You need to be patient. Okay, and I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I know from my own experience, because I have no patience at all. But doing this and making it about her instead of about me really helped us both understand what it is that we're doing. Because if you're yelling and screaming about how come they don't know that A says guarantee they're going to shut down. They're not going to want to learn anything. It's going to be a waste of your time and theirs. Let me give you a better example. Let's say you start a new job, right? You get a job as a cashier. Your boss is training you. They're telling you how to use the POS system. They're telling you press this button, press that button. It's going to give you $10 as a total. Boom. You get all that, but instead of them talking to you like a person or like somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, they're screaming and yelling at you. What are you doing? Press this button, press that button. Now it's $10. Why don't you understand? Like, oh my, why are you so dumb? Why are you not getting it? Guaranteed, if your boss talks to you like that, you're gonna get pissed off, right? And then what's gonna happen next? You're gonna quit. The same thing applies to your kids. When you're teaching them, if you're yelling at them, if you're screaming at them, how come you don't know what A says? B goes for baby. Why? If you start doing that to them, the exact same thing is gonna happen. They're going to shut down. You're not gonna get anywhere. They're gonna be frustrated. They're gonna be mad. And that's just gonna be what it is. You're not gonna get anywhere. All that work that you just put in is just gonna go out the window because you couldn't keep your cool. But that's why you got me here to remind you. Be patient. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna be frustrating, but you're gonna get through it. Trust me. My last tip will be to stay consistent. If you have a set schedule, they know what time they're gonna be reading every day. They know that once they get up and brush their teeth and have breakfast, get dressed, if they know that every single day that that's the order that they're gonna be doing things in, they'll have something to look forward to. And let's be honest, like these days we need something to look forward to because all we do is the same thing. We get up, sit in the house, can't go nowhere. They need something to look forward to, period. And if you stay consistent with them, you set a schedule, you do it every single day, don't stop for days at a time, they're gonna get it down. But if you take too many days off or you forget to teach them or whatever other excuse you put into your head for not doing it, they're gonna forget every single thing that you taught them. It's really, and you don't even have to do it every day. You don't have to do it for hours at a time. Like for me personally, we spent 15 minutes per day learning new sounds, practicing our books, and she got it. It didn't take a bunch of time. It didn't take a bunch of different lessons every day. Like keep it as simple as you can. Find something that they like and do it as often as possible. It don't even have to be every day. It can be every other day. Once you get them into the routine, the habit, they'll have it. They'll be reading in no time. So I would love to hear if you use any of these tips, please go ahead and comment below. I would also like to hear what are some of the tips or tricks that you use to teach your kids as well. So leave those in the comments and just let me know like what you think. If it worked, if you thought I could add something else to it, put it down there, sis. Like I'll read it for sure. So for more great videos like this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my video or my channel. And also turn on those post notification bells so that way you know every single time I'm about to upload a video, okay?